Hi, everybody. Actually, it's just you and me, Dawn. Uh, RV Lady here. And today's Thursday, I hope, and time for the RV Women Hangout. Let's see, unfortunately, the dog, who is not a free feeder. Oh, clean out a cupboard. Put it in the bathroom. I don't know. That's a tough one. With Zip, I just leave everything out. Free hangout advertising. Oh no, now we have 4 viewers. Okay, before it was just you and me. Hi, Betty. Hi, everybody. Hi, Lori. It seems as though my co-host isn't here. I don't know why. Anyway, hi and welcome to the RV Women Hangout for Thursday, the 3rd of August. And I have a lot of things to talk about. And not in any particular order, except I'm probably going to save the most salacious for last. I like the wind blowing through your hair. Hey, the humidity. I was working outside until about an hour ago, and then I came in and took a shower, and that made me even hotter. So anyway, I want you guys to know something about me. Hello. I want everybody to know something about me, and I'm going to probably be really slow at it because Nana's Joy, who typically co-hosts with me, is kind of in charge of the comment section, and yeah, I'll write in all caps or something if you need me to see whatever it is that you're saying. I don't know what else to do, and then my brain will kind of look over there. Anyway, I kind of wanted to confess something, and that is I am incredibly opinionated. Did you know that? And people have actually accused me, okay, not using this word, but of being aggressive. Yeah, I'm both those things. Absolutely. And I do not apologize for it at all. I'm opinionated and aggressive. On my comments section, some person took exception to a comment I made over on somebody else's channel and basically came over and told me I was a troll like 6 times. And I have a certain expectation of RVers. And how about passionate? No, it's aggressive. I'm passionate too, but I'm pretty aggressive. When I'm a real person. When I am making comments to your comments that you send me on my channel, or if you that person was a troll. If I go and make comments on somebody else's channel, I'm actually telling them what I would say to their face. I'm not telling them anything that I wouldn't actually say to them if they were looking at me sitting in my RV. And I think everybody should do that. I find it really refreshing, quite honestly. I don't find the cloak and dagger or the I just think that people should just say what they mean what they say. And that's pretty much who I am. And some people, because I am like that, tell me how aggressive I am. And, use the B word a lot. And I'm okay with that, honestly. I don't care. And, but anyway, I like that. I think okay, thank you, YouTuber. But yeah, somebody can come on my channel and make their comment as to whatever it is they want to comment to. I'm more than happy to read it and respond to it, but they're going to actually read what I really think. And so some people really don't enjoy that. They like the illusion of delusion. Let's see. I get that about you. I know. Yeah, I'm not in the business of telling people what they want to hear. I'm kind of in the business of making memories for myself, and that's basically what my channel is all about. I have, after last week's situation, I actually did consider that I'm going to continue to make videos, but I'm just probably going to keep them, private, because that way I don't have to, I don't know, respond. I don't know. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Okay, I just wanted you to know that if you ask me a question, or if whatever it is that I'm responding to as it pertains to your comment or your channel, yeah, I'd say it to your face. I have no problem with that. Not at all. I think I would rather hear what people have to say than being placated by nonsense that doesn't really affect your life positively. If there's something that needs to be corrected, or something that is just wrong or needs to be pointed out, why not point it out? I don't know. You could always turn off comments. I know, and I've thought about that too. But there's something about turning off comments that is restrictive. And I don't want people to feel restricted unless they're just not seeing the video at all. If they're going to see the video, then they can go ahead and comment. But if they're not going to see the video because I've made it private, then, I don't know. Forget it. Okay, let's talk about stuff that is important. These last couple of weeks, on July, I'm going to say it was like the 7th of July, my tags expired for both the RV and also the Suzuki. They both expire in July. And so I had gone online to the state of California and paid to have my registration renewed. I knew that I was going to be in a little bit of trouble, and that's because the RV is due for its smog this year, and I'm in where am I? North Carolina, and so thanks. So I called up the state of California and said, can I just go to a smog station in North Carolina and have the RV smogged? No. Well, why? Because. Not an answer I'm happy with. But anyway, neither here nor there. I can't change it. So anyway, there was a form that I had to submit. And so I submitted that form. You have to submit it, United States Postal Service. And so I went ahead and did that. They never got it. So I called them, and when you call the California Department of Motor Vehicles, you can pretty much kiss 4 hours goodbye. What they do have is the return call. So you put in your phone number and they say, and the recording says, you should receive a phone call in 67 minutes. Now, the operative word there is should. That doesn't mean they're going to call you back in 67 minutes. That just means they should call you back in 67 minutes. Yeah, not gonna. Okay, so anyway, my Suzuki registration came in the mail to California. My daughter mailed it to me. And as a matter of fact, I just got it today. And then I was still waiting for confirmation regarding the RV registration, because I don't want to drive the RV and get 15,000 tickets. Hello. I don't want to get 15,000 tickets. you know, for no registration when I have registration. I paid for my registration. It's just the smog thing that is the problem. But the state of California won't give you your stickers until you have smogged or complied or whatever it is that they want you to do. Okay, so I called them, and I called them 2 weeks in a row, and they still hadn't received it. And so I asked to speak to a supervisor, and the supervisor said, okay, the supervisor said there was nothing that could be done. And I said, au contraire, there is something that can be done. And somebody better do it. And so she gave me the phone number of some other little secret office of the Department of Motor Vehicles. And I called up and talked to this guy whose name was Dana. And Dana said that no, indeed, they did not receive the form, whatever it's called. And I said, okay, you know, I live in the 21st century. I was honestly saying this to Dana. I live in the 21st century. I don't deal with the United States Postal Service ever. And so I need you to give me an email address where I can then send to you directly the information. He says, yeah, we don't have that. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So anyway, he says, but I have a personal one. And he said, you could send it there. I said, okay, that's fine with me. I don't care who gets it, as long as somebody sends me my friggin' stickers. Okay, so this is when I learned about faxzero.com. Everybody write this down or put it in your brain or whatever, because someday you are going to be dealing with an antiquated governmental system that does not recognize the fact that everybody on the planet, pretty much, uses email. So he said faxzero, and it is faxzero.com, lets you send up to, I want to say it's 5 faxes for free. And so anyway, I ended up completing the thing with Dana from DMV in California via this fax thing. Okay, so basically what happened is you go on, say who you are, fill out the information. He gives you a phone number. Okay, and then the information is then sent directly to their fax machine at the Department of Motor Vehicles. But does the Department of Motor Vehicles actually have a 21st century solution? No, they don't. Hard to believe, but it's true. So anyway, he sent, well, my stickers, according to Dana, were to go out on Monday, this past Monday. And so I anticipate having them, they didn't come today, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Saturday. And then I can go out, run around and explore. Now, if they do not come, I'm going to be calling Dana back and saying, are you kidding me? So anyway, oh, I just hit the microphone. Okay, so anyway, faxzero.com. You know, put it somewhere, because at some point, some annoying person is going to say to you, can't you fax that to me? And then you're going to run around looking for a Kinko's. Now, I'm about, I don't know, 150 miles round trip from Kinko's. So that really wasn't an option for me. I wasn't going to do that. So anyway, I actually considered, because I knew the Suzuki, sticker was coming, putting the Suzuki sticker on the RV because I may be towing the Suzuki. And I think you can tow a vehicle that's not registered, you just can't drive it, which is strange to me, but whatever. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is I have written a couple books, and I have put, is there a reason you have to keep your vehicle registration with the state of California? Only in that that is my home port, my point of, you know, residency. I'm not a resident of North Carolina. I don't want to be a resident of North Carolina. And in future, but in future videos, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm up to. And what I'm up to is, hint, hint, leaving North Carolina and heading back to California. Okay. Oh, hint's over. Okay. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to be heading back to California. Reason being, as some of you may or may not know, I'm a writer. Been doing it for a long time. And I have been contacted by some people who want to take one of my books and make it into a feature film. So I have to go back and deal with that. And then there's somebody else who is interested in a television pilot that I wrote 100 years ago. No, not 100 years ago. It's a kid's pilot. It's for kids. And so anyway, I'm going to go back and deal with that too. Basically, at this point in my life, and I'm 61, it's kind of one of those things where you just don't look hundreds of thousands of dollars in the face and say, no, thank you. So I'm not going to. I have decided I'm going to turn my daughter's backyard into my organic farm. And not only that, I'm going to have professionals come and actually do it because I don't think I'm a farmer. I really want fresh, clean, wholesome vegetables, but I really don't want to grow them. Okay. Anyway, that's for a future video. I know you're want to read your books. Congrats. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Going on, but that's more of that later. Now, as for reading my books, just so you know, I write under a lot of different, 3 different names. And that is to keep trolls from trolling me. And because it just happens. Okay. Yeah. I mean, everything gets stolen. I had a 3-book series. I only put 2 books up on Amazon, and that's because my agent called me. This is just a little tidbit of gossip. My agent called me and said that there was a production company in China who stole it, and it was a television series in China. So whatever. You know, and I didn't put up the 3rd book because I thought, yeah, you figure out how to end, dumbasses. Oh, did I say that out loud? Okay, I didn't mean to say that out loud. Okay, so privacy is really critical. And, you know, for those of you who are out there using your real names and all that stuff, it is a big mistake because there are just wackos on YouTube. Okay, now back to what I was saying about the book. I wrote a couple of books having to do with RVing, and one of those books is available for free until Sunday. They're only $2.99. I marked them to the lowest that Amazon would permit me to mark them, which was $2.99. It might have been $3. No, it was $2.99. So anyway, you can go over to my website, and honestly, I don't even know which of the 2 I put on at this moment. I don't even know. If Nana's Joy was here, I would tell her to go look. But Okay, I can go look. Let's see, where is it? Okay. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. I think it's the Single Woman's Guide to Being a Full-Time RVer. Could be wrong, but it's downsizing bricks and mortar, you know, to your house on wheels. I'm pretty sure it's that one. If you go over to my website, rvlady.net, okay, not that it's going to tell you, but the book covers are there. You just click on one, and it'll take you, and just take the free one. Seriously. Until Sunday, and then it's over. It starts today and then goes on until, oh, maybe it's Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, it's only until Saturday. So grab them while you can. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you, Dawn. Gee, now I feel bad because I don't have a gift for you other than, you know, fax0.com. But for those of you who haven't gotten it and you just want to see what it's like, and literally I think they're like 40 pages at most, and just a lot of information. You know, it's not, I don't know. I tried to take the poetry out of it, if you will, and just give you the facts. And that's what I was trying to do. Okay. Now, next subject is the eclipse. Now, for those of you who do not know, in 2024, there is going to be another full solar eclipse that's going to be viewable by people in the United States. It's going to start in Mexico and come up and end in Maine. So just kind of curvature of the earth thing. And so if you are unable to see the eclipse, it's going to be in like 17 days. No worries. If you're alive, see, I never count on the fact that I'm going to be alive. In 2024, I want to say it's in April. We'll talk about better weather. It'll be in April, which also means that there will be a lot of clouds and things like that, now that I think about it. But it starts in Mexico. I'm thinking about, if I'm still alive, driving whatever RV I have then, which I'm hoping will be a 35-foot diesel pusher, down to Mazatlan, because it's going to go right over Mazatlan, Mexico. And so I'd be able to watch it go over the water, and then, you know, the whole deal. I don't know what time it is or anything like that, but let's see, I tried to put the link to 01, said no. Okay, I'll figure that out later. I mean, it's one of the two books. It's either Becoming or Being. And it might be Being. Being, yeah, check Being. There's two listed under RV Lady on Amazon.com. Oh, geez, what's that? Nana's Joy, where you been?
I'm not responsible. I'm doing drugs. I'm up at the lake and I injured my knee and I've been in such pain that I had to do drugs, and I looked up and I said, uh-oh.
Uh-oh, it's time. I'm late.
Yeah.
No worries. If you want to take it easy, you can bow out. It's not bad.
I'm fine. I'm sitting in my chair.
Okay. Well, I was just talking about that. I'm offering one of the two books that I wrote about RVing for free from today until Saturday. So for the next 3 days. And I don't remember which one it is. It's either Becoming or Being an RVer. And I I think they're informative for men or women. You know, I wrote them for women, and that's because when I look at my analytics for my channel, I have like 80% women that follow my channel, and I thank you very much. And so I kind of probably had some bias there, even though in the past I have written a lot of men things, but you know, this is kind of just for the women thing. Okay, now, oh, and we covered the eclipse. Oh, what I wanted to say about the eclipse. Okay, 2024, April something is the next eclipse. So if you're someplace where you're not going to see it and you think you're going to be alive, unlike myself in 2024, then you can see it in 2024. And I'm thinking Mazatlan this time. The other thing that I wanted to say was, I know you've heard this a million trillion times, but don't look up at the sun, even when the eclipse is, you know, in full eclipse. Don't look up. You will burn whatever those things are in your eyeballs. And just don't look up. Don't take any chances. Go out and get whatever the protective eyewear is. And do you really think Eclipse eyewear that costs you $1 or less is really safe? I'm thinking no. What I am using is tanning bed glasses is what I'm going to be using. You know, the ones that they put on when you go into the tanning beds and they go right here and they just like cut out all the light. Yeah, that's what I'll be looking through. Plus, I have a lens for my telescope that is for looking at eclipses and things like that. So I'll have that on my telescope so that I can see everything. You know, when I get down to Lake Hartwell, the other thing I'm going to do is create one of those. Oh, you kind of project it onto something, you know, lights and mirrors or something.
Anyway, in a box. Project,
yeah, and it shows you, you know, where the action is or isn't. And I have been trying to figure out what the weather forecast is, and yeah, haven't heard people. Nobody's saying anything. NASA's not saying it. Nobody's doing any weather projections for that day. And I don't get that. I would think that that would be one of the first things that people would do. But what do I know? Now, the next thing, and I kind of put this in the tease or clickbait. Geez, I hate that. Okay, is I have noticed more women than men don't seem to keep, okay, I'm going to rephrase this. Let me think about this again. Okay, I guess what I want to talk about is when you are considering or being a full-time RVer, whether you're a man or a woman or a couple or whatever, just like in your brick and mortar home, if you were this kind of person, you dress in clothes that aren't like camping clothes. Okay, now the reason I say this is because when I was packing, literally throwing stuff away, giving it to Goodwill, whatever it was I was doing, honest to God, I saved, the only clothes I packed were camping clothes and one business suit, just in case I had to get on an airplane and go and like do something businessy. Okay. Everything that I owned was hideous. It was camping clothes. It was go out, get dirty, hike, you know, boots, socks, you know, shorts with like a zillion pockets in them, shirts that were, you know, just pull over, easy, light. Okay, don't make the mistake that I made. what I have ended up doing is, of course, going out and buying clothes that are appropriate for, going to the store and stuff like that. Not that you have to care that much, but don't uncare, I suppose, is what I want to say. Is don't start, and I've seen this on a lot of videos of full time. I watch a lot of videos that have to do with women, and just to see how they deal with stuff, stuff like that. But I see them taking the plunge, the slow slide into hideousness. And it's just not necessary because, this is your life, this is your home. You should do whatever it is, like take a shower every day and, put on makeup if that's who you are. Or, if you like to iron your clothes, prepare for that kind of lifestyle if that's what is important. And I didn't think it was important. And then I changed my mind. I think for your own self esteem, it's necessary that you feel good about yourself all the time. And for me, for example, it's putting on lipstick and mascara. It sounds really weird, but I've only been wearing mascara since I was like, I don't know, 13. And I've said this multiple times. And I have tried to go without mascara, and my eyes go closed. They're like this. And it's because my eyes are so used to lifting the weight of the mascara that I need the mascara on. Plus, for me, I wear lipstick every day. It doesn't matter if I'm pulling weeds on my knees or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I have lipstick on. Now I put on the kind of lipstick that just stays on all day. So if you make a mistake in the morning, it pretty much haunts you all day long. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel more confident or something. Not really sure. Now that's where I stop. I don't put on like all the goo, and I never have. It's not something that I am. But putting on nice clothes instead of wrinkled clothes, which is basically what I was doing. Buying clothes that don't wrinkle, really good idea. But pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to how you look to others, how you're representing, if you will, the RVing community. We have all had that experience in campgrounds or boondocking or just in Walmart where people roll out of their RVs and you think, oh my God, I need to run the opposite direction. We've all seen these people. And, that doesn't represent the RV community real well. And so, if you get out of your RV and you've got nice clothes on and things aren't falling out the door and, you've made an effort to take a shower, clean your hair, whatever. See, I made an effort. I cleaned my hair today. Okay, I take a shower every day. But, and most of the time it's outside. I very rarely shower in the RV. But, because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. But I think it's real important that you pay attention to and mimic that person that was in the bricks and sticks or in your job life or whatever the case may be. That's, believe it or not, it's part of you. Let's see, I wonder too, especially as women, if we also have to adapt to the culture of where we are. There are things I'd wear in Asheville I wouldn't wear in Texas. Okay, let me think. Okay, I don't carry that philosophy with me. This is just makeup. I need to do that being clean, slapping on some mascara. Yeah. That's what I do. You know, my face is clean. I slap on some mascara and lipstick. If I don't put on lipstick, I kind of look dead. Like you wouldn't wear those in Texas? I would love to have like blue weave dreadlocks. That'd be awesome. I've considered getting a wig, but you know, just for my own amusement. But I suppose this is what I'm saying is whoever you are, make sure you're representing whoever you are really well. I don't, and that's what I see is that a lot of people, women, some guys, okay, a lot of guys, they take on this kind of slovenly demeanor or look. They call me a hippie. So what? And I think that it's important for your own self-esteem and for you to embrace the lifestyle that this is, because this is a fabulous lifestyle and you should radiate that, how fabulous it is, you know, without being obnoxious or whatever. I appreciate when I see, when I'm in a campground, for example, and I see RVers and they are clean and tidy. You know, their person, you know, is clean and tidy. They're, you know, I can only assume that they're coaches as well. But, you know, what do I know? I mean, it's like sometimes you look, especially when you can see in videos into people's RVs. Don't you sometimes, aren't you sometimes shocked? There have been a couple of RVers that I've watched their channel, and yeah, I was shocked by the mess, the dirt, you know, and a couple of them were cooking, and it was like dirty. But that's just me. And I'm really, you know, like I don't like to go to restaurants because, okay, they're dirty and stuff like that. But do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, there is, Lori Smith. That's a really, really good point. There's such a negativity about the lifestyle. There's no need to feed it by looking like a bum. Oh, geez, like you couldn't have written that for me like 10 minutes ago. Because that's really what I want to say is, you know, look good, present yourself well. You never know, as long as you aren't running around dressed like a homeless street. And there are times that I have actually seen people roll out of RVs looking like, honest to God, they just crawled out from under a cardboard box. And their RVs kind of reflect that too. So, you know, and that's what you're, I don't know. I suppose I'm just saying, wouldn't it be nice if, and I really do hold women RVers to a higher standard than I do men, quite honestly. I do. I have a pride in women that I try to celebrate or whatever, convey. On my videos and on the RV Women Hangout and stuff like that. You know, I think that women are pretty fabulous. I'm not gay or anything, but I feel that women do a lot. They work hard. They contribute heavily to society, and they simply don't ever reap the same benefits as a counterpart. You still with us there, Nana's Joy?
Yep, I'm still here.
So what kind of pill did you take?
A good one.
Okay, so yeah, basically, I guess what I'm saying is you don't have to become a different person when you go RVing or move into an RV full time or whatever your case may be, you know, be who you are, but just don't like slide downhill. Yeah. Viva la women. Yes, that is so true. And geez, one of these days we're all going to be equal. Wouldn't that be great? Okay. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is, I don't know if some of you are aware of this. I'm sure you are, but so no hair rollers. Well, the funniest thing that I ever saw, honestly. Okay, let me just deviate here. Two guys at a campground walking down the street brushing their teeth. These two guys looked like they were, I mean, just like regular guys, and why they didn't go to the bathroom and brush their teeth or whatever, why they felt the need to walk down the street, the roadway, brushing their teeth. And I just looked at them and I said, would you do that at home? And that guy, white all foamy, goes, probably not. But I guess that's what I'm saying is, for some reason, all the wheels come off when you get in an RV or, you know, go camping or become a full RVer. All the wheels come off for a while. And they did for me. There's no doubt about it. They did for me. And you just eventually get the wheels back on. Okay. So, you know, pay attention, you know, take pride in yourself, the way you look, the things that you do, the words that you say. I mean, every word that I ever say, most of the time.
Even the bad ones.
Even the really bad ones. And I know them all.
Yeah.
They looked like, these were two average, you know, men. These were not like bums or anything like that. They had nice clothes on. They're just walking down. I mean, they could have been attorneys. They could have been doctors. But here they are, just walking down the street brushing their teeth, like everybody wants to watch them do that. Yeah.
Like Lori said, at least they brush you.
Well, I know, but still. I would rather look at them without all the white foam on their face and assume that they brushed their teeth in the morning, as opposed to actually having it demonstrated in front of me. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is, especially for women, and I'll tell you why. Because I've watched, you know, RVers where there is a man and a woman, you know, traveling together, or whatever. And for women who are considering a solo life as a RVer, you're really going to want to listen to what I'm going to say. Now, when there is a man and a woman traveling and the black tank backs up the toilet, guess who goes out and deals with it? It's always the guy. Now, if you're a solo woman RVer, that's your job. Oh my God. So this is how I circumvent that. I put nothing in the toilet that doesn't come out of my body. That means no toilet papers, no Q-tips. That anybody would put a Q-tip down there is insane. But you know how you're at your home and you're just throwing things down into the toilet, and yeah. If you don't put anything down into that toilet and you keep enough water in it, and enough is only like, okay, I think I have a 35 gallon black tank. You know, I maybe put 5 gallons in there. That's enough. And then after I empty it, I put 5 gallons in with a half a gallon of bleach, and I don't have any trouble. I open that valve and it just gushes right out. And there is probably no worse job in RVing than having to figure out how you're going to get a big glob of toilet paper or dried doo-doo out of that black tank so that everything works and you have your own personal toilet as opposed to having to use a campground toilet or, God forbid, look, my hands, God forbid, a bathroom in a service station. Okay, so my point being, the way you can circumvent that is, and in a lot of foreign countries, there is no putting toilet paper down into the toilet. It just isn't. They have a trash container on the side. You just drop it in there. And that way your black tank is never, ever, ever going to clog as long as you have water in it. And you know that when you're parked at an RV park, you never leave the black tank valve open so that it's draining continuously. You always close your black tank valve. Have you tried putting Rid-X in? No, and I saw that Rid-X is like for septic systems. And basically what are you taking? Are you taking more pills?
Nope. Eating soybeans.
Oh, okay. I was at Walmart and looking for, because this is a septic system here at the farm. And so I was looking for Rid-X because I figured nobody had put anything in there for God only knows how long. And so I thought I would dump some Rid-X in that and I asked somebody, a worker at Walmart to show me, or point me into the direction of Rid-X, because that was the only thing I had ever heard of. Composting toilets, I don't really know enough about them. Well, maybe, who knows, one day, I don't know. Anyway, I was chatting with her. She was leading me to the Rid-X, and she said, have you ever tried just putting yeast in your septic tank? And I said, okay, I don't know anything about septic tanks. And she says, well, I do. And she said the last time that the guy came, he saw our Rid-X bottle and he goes, oh my God, that's like $20 a bottle. He says, go over to the baking aisle, get that big jar of yeast. It's like $2 or $3 and dump that thing in there once a month. Same as Rid-X. So I'm not, do people actually do that? Leave their tank valves open? Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do, and they get a big poop sickle.
Yeah. I did it when I first started RVing until I watched a video from an RVer that said, hey, don't do that. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I did it. And then I contemplated the logic of keeping it closed. And but I had just spent, I don't know, a long time, a couple of hours rinsing the black tank. Like I have one of those long nozzly things. You put it on a hose, you stick it down there, you rinse out your black tank. I had done that, but yeast, much cheaper, does pretty much the same thing without caustic chemicals. And so that might be, now I don't know how well it works on toilet paper, but I don't think that's what you're using it for anyway. You're using it to get the hardened ickiness off your black tank foundation. So anyway, I have dumped probably for 3 months. I bought one jar and I put 3 tablespoons into my black tank after I changed it, and then I put like 5 or so gallons of water in there and I just let it stew. When I move this RV, I will dump the tanks and do that again and let it slosh around as I'm driving down the road, and hopefully clean up whatever, and I'll get my little thing and do that too. Let's see, am I missing anything? when I'm hunting shovel and a short walk works best. You know, can't tell you how many years I did that. Itty bitty little shovel collapsed on itself, dig a little hole. Been there, done that. Um, and you know, in America, we are toilet paperaholics. How's that? Um, and I was just sharing this the other day with Nana's Joy. Is I was one of those parents that taught my daughter that two squares for pee, four squares for poopies. And unfortunately, she grew up, bought her own toilet paper, and used as much as she wanted. And both she and her husband are just, you know, they're these people, wine, wipe, you know, and that's, to me, that's crazy and hard on a sewer system or a septic system. It doesn't matter, and definitely really hard on an RV system. So anyway, you might want to try the yeast solution. You know, there's nothing in it that's going to hurt anything, and it eats bacteria. That's what yeast does. If you want to put a little sugar and salt down there, knock yourself out. Make it more active. I'm really bad about those. I don't want my hands getting my, you know, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to go there. There are books on poop. She knows what I'm going to talk about because we talked about it the other day. There are books on poop, and there, you know, and kids books. There are kids books on pooping, but you know, the long story. Well, what you might want to try, Lori. Let me just go here. Is baby wipes, and of course, you don't ever put those down the toilet or in the RV toilet. Baby wipes instead of toilet paper leaves you fresh and clean and blah blah blah. Okay, just a thought. But and I won't go there. And you know, for people that use a big glob of toilet paper because you know they don't want to get anything on their hands, there might be a dietary change that would be significantly improving that situation.
That's what they made soap and water for.
Soap and water for. Okay, good point. But yes, and then see, that's why I can't use public bathrooms. I see so many people, they go to the bathroom but they don't come out and wash their hands. Okay. I just here. Bad. Oh yeah, and bad for the environment, Lori.
When I'm traveling, I don't like to use the public toilets, and I refuse. I always claim I don't have enough time to get there, so I can use my own. My husband always goes in those.
Oh no, you know, men are standing, they're back a ways, depending on what they're doing. I don't think they have the. No, well, let's just leave the subject somewhere else. Hi, Pamela Girlfish. You almost have me fishing. I'm almost considering fishing. I have a fly fishing pole, and I also have a rod and reel. And it seems to me I have another one. Don't know what that is, but I have them with me in the event of, you know, Korea thinking it can actually launch over to here and everything goes, you know, to nowhere. I can go fishing and eat. So that's why I have them. But I'm thinking, you make it look so fun. If nobody is familiar with Pamela Girlfish, she's got a kayak. She goes out into the Galveston Bay and catches the most beautiful fish. Her last video, she caught two beautiful redfish. I think they were redfish. And really, really good. I spent 4 weeks in a tent in Tanzania. 4 showers and baby wipes saved my. Okay, let's leave that word out. Yeah, And that's the other thing nice about having baby wipes in your RV is in the event that, you know, you run out of water. You know, when you're boondocking and it's just like you turn on the faucet and there's nothing there. Yeah. Redfish. What did I say?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Okay, redfish. Yeah. I found out. They are. I want to learn to fly fish. I think that looks really, really fun. And there's just like a lot of action to it. And it's all upper arm kind of, you know, this business. But oh yeah, just go to her. I mean, go to YouTube, searchy thing, and put in there Pamela Girlfish. And she's fabulous. She goes out, really good pictures, sometimes not so great audio, and that's because she's got her waterproof case on her camera. And but you're like over her shoulder fishing with her, watching her reel them in. The last video that she made, she had 2 lines out and got hit on both lines at the same time. It was very fun. Okay, I have a new travel trailer. I don't know how to hitch up, much less how to deal with poop tanks. Go to wherever it is that you bought it, if you bought it from a dealer, and take the classes. And even if you didn't buy it from a dealer, go to their classes anyway. I'm sure they're free to anybody, and just don't tell them you have a trailer already. Tell them you're thinking about getting a trailer, but you'd like to learn about them first. And go to the classes. A lot of the RV dealerships are offering these classes now. And they talk about, you know, everything, you know, that you need to know, and probably more. I've never taken any, but I can see where they would be really, really beneficial, especially for what you've described, which is I know nothing. I don't even know how to hook up the trailer. So, and I don't know how to hook up a trailer either, or I try to help you, but I don't know. I've never had a trailer.
If you have a husband, don't rely on him. Learn it also.
Yeah. And that's another thing for people who travel duo or whatever or more, is everybody on board should know how to do everything. You know, it just shouldn't be one person's job. It should be everybody's job. So that, yes, non-resident fishing licenses are expensive. Gonna look at girlfish. I didn't know that. Oh, non-resident, like in another state. Okay, because you're in California, are you not? I don't know how much a fishing license is in California, but I do know this: you can fish on any pier in California, and you don't have to have a fishing license. Of course, it's kind of hard to fly fish there, but you know, whatever. And the other thing about girlfish is that she does a lot of putting them back in. You know, she doesn't, everything she catches, she doesn't, you know, take out. A hang about doing minimal prepping if things get real would be fun. Doing minimal prepping. You know, Lori, the interesting thing about RVers is that RVers are probably the most prepared people for a catastrophe ever. If their RV makes it, if you think about it, they've got refrigeration, toilets, water storage, everything that you need. And it's like my daughter and son-in-law, I've told them, you know, if you guys ever have a really big earthquake and the house is really damaged, or, you know, the shaking doesn't stop and blah, 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 you know, I told them where to drive to, and I said, I will be there as soon as I can so that they can live in this RV. I can live in a tent, okay, but they have a small child. Cost you bring a Stacey? Okay, I don't know anything about that. You know, RVers are probably the most prepared people ever. We always have food in our RVs. We always have clothes in our RVs. We always have shoes in our RVs. You know, backpacks, walking sticks. You know, we've got it all. they're in RVs because if shit would hit the fan, there isn't no packing. It is insert key, drive far away.
She's probably talking about prepping for food and stuff, having extra.
Oh, and you know who does that really, really well? Let me promote another channel. And I promote her all the time. If you guys don't watch her, you really should. Okay, what is it, Nana's Joy? Because I always mess it up. Escapee 2012.
Yeah, yeah.
One Escapee 2012. She has been a solo RVer full time for, I want to say, at least as long as I have been. So, you know, like 3 years. And she does that. She has the bin in the back of her RV that I envy so much, and it's because it's enormous. And the she does the MREs, meals ready to eat. Okay, whatever they're called, meals ready to eat. She's got those in her RV just in case. She also carries excess water back there as well. She's very, very, very prepared. And I remember watching her videos, the first 10 times I watched her videos. And in the event of a catastrophe, yeah, she's on my team.
Well, she also does eats well. She doesn't just buy just necessarily all dehydrated, but
Yeah.
good stuff. She does.
And she dehydrates her own food as well. She has
Yep.
dehydrated. And so, yeah, she is really, I really admire her for all the things that she has brought to her channel. She's tried everything, you know, the wind thing, the solar.
Yep.
She does everything. 2012 Escapee 1. Yes, thank you so much for. Okay, because I always forget what that thing is, what her MREs, yeah. But, you know, I think as RVers or people who comprehend this kind of life on wheels, we are really, really ready. And Betty, go back and watch her old videos too. Just don't watch the new ones. The new ones, I mean, even though she does really informative things, you know, now, it's when she went from a truck and a travel trailer and she crashed them. The trailer ended up on the concrete thing that separates two highways. Her trailer ended up on top of one of those. And so she ended up getting a, oh, she ended up getting a Class A after that. But it's really interesting because in her earlier video, she does talk about, I mean, she shows you the picture of her crashed trailer and how she handles it and what she does and how she picked out the next one and blah, 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 blah. Hanging the torch up for the night. Okay, Torch Ape, thanks for dropping by. So appreciate it. I'll see you, you know, on YouTube in the comment section or somewhere. Okay, and then that is, oh, we're at the hour, and I didn't even cover, you know, the debacle of last week. I didn't even cover that. So I guess that Destiny has, you know, lent a hand here, and we're just not going to talk about it anymore. Okay, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks everybody for watching. Hi, Buffy Crumleg. Hi, I'm here. Yeah, but now we're gonna, you know, not be here. I want to see someone learning from the beginning. Yeah, and she does. I mean, it's, you know, there are a lot of women that you can watch from the beginning. You just have to go back. You know, for me, I spent a year in my driveway learning with a broken arm and shoulder. So, Pretty persistent. You're pretty persistent. What's up? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, everybody have a great week, and thanks for coming by, and we'll see you next Thursday, where we'll be even closer to the 2017 solar eclipse. Take care. Bye now. Smile. Be brave.